Hey busy girls, happy 4th of July. I know that holidays like this, like Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, of course birthdays and, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of those kinds of things, Halloween, it's all about food, right? And so what kind of foods do we think of when we think of 4th of July? I think of barbecue, ribs, French fries, drinks, watermelon, desserts, ice cream, popsicles, all of those wonderful, wonderful things. And it's this just very tricky balance and line between being real and saying our happiness should not come from putting food in our mouth. Food is meant to nourish us and to bring us energy. But at the same time saying no foods that are gonna make you feel happy, that bring back memories, no. I think what I found in my journey as a food addict and really a junk food addict and somebody who really found happiness in food, but then because of that basically hurt my body so much that now I have tons of food intolerances, messed up gut. I think what I found is now that I've had to be on a day-to-day basis pretty darn strict with my diet, no grains, very limited carbs, almost zero fruit, and I'm talking fruit maybe once every 4 weeks, just because I've got to heal my gut. I think what I found is that I can get through holidays, dinners out, all of those types of things and still be very, very happy. I used to really tie food to my happiness. I would go to a party or something like that, and if they didn't have anything that was a knockoff junk food, gluten-free cookies, gluten-free chips, this or that, I would feel very sad and let's just go home, I don't care about this. Now I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way at all, but I still have social eating issues, like to eat around people, and I still have stress eating issues. And so those are also triggers during holidays. People can feel stressed out or they can feel very excited about social situations. So I want to give you a couple of ways that you can join in on the fun, but also kind of redefine what foods are correlating with different holidays and where you find your happiness from. So first of all, if you're telling yourself I have to have this or I can't have this, you just get that off the table. Food is just food and you're eating it to make yourself healthy. So I'm going to share what we as the Brockingtons are going to be eating for 4th of July. So first thing is we're going to have barbecue. I want pulled pork. So we have 2 barbecues in here. We've got them in the crock pot. We've got one that I think Sam doctored up with some maybe brown sugar. What did you put on the one?
It's just salt, sea salt, and some barbecue sauce that's it's a little cleaner. I mean, it's still got sugar in it, and but it's not high fructose corn syrup isn't the first ingredient.
Okay, so he made one batch that, like he said, it's got some barbecue sauce. That's gonna be for him, in-laws, our beautiful kids, but my body can't tolerate that kind of thing. So he just made a second one for me. I don't know if you can see, it's not broken up yet, but that's another pork roast.
Just sea salt and garlic.
Just sea salt and garlic.
Pork tenderloin.
Pork tenderloin, so he made it super plain for me, simple for me. And that's okay because I'm not thinking, I didn't get barbecue sauce, I didn't get barbecue sauce. I'm thinking, yes, I get barbecue, I get this yummy meat. And so then here's the next thing we have. So instead of French fries, we have sweet potatoes and potatoes. And I have not had a potato or sweet potato for, I don't know, 3 months because I'm limiting my carbs. It can cause flare-ups so much. So the way I'm thinking about this is I'm I love pork with potatoes. First of all, we're making a healthier decision by doing sweet potatoes or potatoes instead of French fries. It's easy, we just bake them for a while. But I'm kind of I'm not saying absolutely I'm not gonna have any. I'm just gonna kind of leave it there. If I feel like my body needs the carbohydrates and I just feel like this is gonna be awesome, then I'm going to have half of this sweet potato. And I'm gonna have it with some olive oil and some sea salt, and I'm not gonna worry about it. If I feel I don't really care, then I'm gonna pass it up and take that as a sign that I'm in control of my body and my cravings, and they don't really want it. We've also got some zucchini, and summer squash. And then I have some Brussels sprouts, I know, that I think I'll probably roast after this.
This is just olive oil and sea salt and that Mexican seasoning.
So olive
Super
oil,
fun.
sea salt, and Mexican seasoning. So this is what we're going to be serving our family. Sam's parents and sister, pulled pork, potatoes. We've got some regular potatoes in there, and then these roasted veggies. Oh, and the reason that we're doing it in there is because our oven and stove are broken. Not cool with a family of 7. But yeah, so I just want to kind of, make that point is think about all the foods you do love for holidays, and then think about the ones that you feel are the cleanest and the most nutritious, and then just use those, you know what I mean? Just kind of move out the other stuff and use those. But if you have something tied to, like, let's say this 4th of July cake that's just like the best cake ever, I don't know. I don't have that, and so my suggestion, I think, would probably be to either have like a really small piece of the cake, or to think like, you know what, instead of having the piece of the cake that has some blueberries and strawberries and looks like a 4th of July flag, I'm just gonna have the blueberries and strawberries and just kind of leave it at that. So I hope these suggestions have helped. I would love to hear your tips, what you're doing for 4th of July. Another little minor twist would be, instead of doing sweet tea, doing unsweet tea and adding your own stevia to it to make it taste sweet but without the calories and without the sugar. Happy 4th, everybody!